All right. Good morning, Internet. We are in period one, ready to rock some Sprite Smash. And here comes Alyssa, and we are ready to rock and roll today. So, what I've done is I ratted this program from a Pac-Man game that I was doing. Can we rad now? Does everybody know how to rad? So, what I want to do is get these sprites to move around the screen randomly, just like whack-a-mole. Creesh, are you with me? Creesh? Can somebody get him? Are we teaching you how to do code here? Should you have your headset on? That'd be a no. All right, here we go. So thank you for making the video on that. I appreciate that. We're doing code here, all right? So I want to make all these characters, except probably Pac-Man, randomly move around the screen. Are you guys with me? Once you guys get one, you can do as many as you want. Are you with me on this? All right. So I'm just going to show you how to do this. And let me think. I'm going to put in another clock to animate my sprites. So I've got animation, so that's going to be Pac-Man chomping. I've got the game time, which is 60, 59, 58, 57. And then over here, I'm going to go to sensors, and I'm going to put in another clock. Okay? And I'm just going to call this guy Clock Move Sprites. Does that make sense? Is that too difficult for anybody in the room? No. All right, so here we go. We're going to go into blocks. I'm going to go into, I don't know where that line's coming from. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Did I? How do I get rid of it? Bye-bye. All right, so here we go. Let's go find initialize, screen one initialize. I can't find it. There it is. All right. So here I just created a method to start the game. All right, so when screen one initializes, we're going to call all this. Okay, so what I want to do in here is go into and turn my clock on. So clock move sprites. I'm going to go enable it. I'll put it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and say I want it to be true. Turn it on, type it out. Oops. Delete block. I want T-R-U-E, true. There you go. Do you guys know that you guys can type and things pop out? Taught you that? All right, so this sprite, this move clock is on. So now you come up here and you go into the timer event. And we got to start moving our sprites. All right, so all you're going to do is go grab a sprite that you want to move. Who do you guys want to move first? Any one of them. Okay, let's just move the dot first. All right, so we're going to set its X and Y. We're not going to do a move to, because a move to is like animation, like going towards a point. You with me? Where you want this guy to pop up. So we're going to go ahead and set its X and Y. How many people knew this without me even doing this? How many people started coding this without me even doing it? That's what I thought. This is not that hard of a program. So then you're going to go into your math box, and you're going to get a random coordinate. Okay? And you want this guy to move from 0, 0. Can we go to 0, 0? Yeah. All right. And then let's get rid of this. Don't need it. Where, do you guys remember we talked about this on the board the other day? The maximum width has got to go to the screen width minus the image sprite width. All right, so you just do a little subtraction sign over here. Okay, you're going to write a little algorithm here. And you're going to go to canvas game board dot width. And there it is. Minus the image sprite of the dot width. So you go to image sprite width, go find the width, there it is. And there you go. And then we'll just copy and paste these down here. Oh, actually I can do the whole entire block. Go get the entire subtraction sign, put it in there, This is going to be the height, and this is the height. And boom, I'm done. So now, these guys, oh, by the way, they're going to move kind of slow. So let's go ahead and set the clock speed. Okay, so let's go set the time interval. That is going to fly off because it's looking for a number. Okay, so what time interval do we want to set them at? 1,000 is 1 second. 500 is 2 times per second. 333 is 3 times per second. So how many times do you want them to move per 1,001? Chase, what do you think, buddy? How many 1,001? How many times should your sprite move in 1,001? How many? All right, let's just try 250 and see what it's like. So 250 is 4 times per second. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to set this guy to 250. Remember, a clock thinks in milliseconds, not in seconds. All right, so 250 milliseconds is 1/4 of a second. They're on the board if you guys forget them. 200 is 5 times per second. 100 is 10 times per second. 50 is 20 times per second. 25 is 40 times per second. 20 is 50 times per second. And 10 is 100 times per second. If you go so fast, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to click it. You're going to run into it. It's going to run into you. You're not going to run. You're not going to get it. Are you with me? All right. And I'm going to take all this stuff over here, and I'm going to throw it in the trash. All right. So this is how I move this guy. Let's go ahead and connect it. And by the way, if I wanted to get the other sprites to move, how would I do it? Yeah, I'm just going to copy and paste this guy. I'm going to delete this block here. And down here, I'm just going to say, okay, this is Blinky. This is Blinky. Over here, this is Blinky. And this is Blinky. All right, and then I can copy and paste this one again. Don't you guys love copy and paste? How many people love copy and paste? Okay. Yeah, people think like programming's so hard. No, not really. It's just copy and paste, right? So this guy is going to be Pac-Man. No, Pinky. Pinky over here. Make sure you go to this side and you drop down and go to Pinky also. Over here, this is Powerball. Powerball, Powerball, and Powerball. I need 2 more, so I'll just duplicate this one more time. I'm kind of lazy. Okay. Right click, delete. So I already have dot. So I need Clyde, 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 and Clyde. And over here I need Inky and Inky. And over here I need Inky and Inky. And I'm done with the rest of these. I'm going to pitch them. All right, we're done. Let's go ahead and connect. Reset. Go ahead and get a tablet running. And I'll pause the video. Where is my video? Anybody know where the video is? There it is. Little pause. All right, so welcome back, Internet world. That worked. The only thing I do have is I have some collision detection going on with my Pac-Man that was already written from a previous program. I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, when Pac-Man collides. Yeah, just disable this whole thing. There we go. So we just disabled that. Now we could actually like put Pac-Man in here too, couldn't we? let's go image Pac-Man. And now Pac-Man's moving around the screen also. And we're good. All right, so now what do we need to do is just if you ever tap these guys. All right, so like just go to Pac-Man, long touched. Okay, so when Pac-Man is touched, up and down. Is there just a touch? Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Josh. So, you know, what happens when you touch this guy? What should happen when we touch him? You had points? So let's go ahead and set your score. So I have score, and do the math on it. And how many points do you want to get? Go ahead, set your score there. How many points do you want to get if you touch Pac-Man? What? Let's go 10. And then you just display score. And then what you can do is go to your score, set the text, and go to a text box, join it, and you're going to go ahead and put in score, capital S-C-O-R-E. I can't spell, I can type. All right, that goes in there. And then we're going to go ahead and take your score, put it in that box, and now you got score with your score, whatever that is, okay? And could you do that for every other one? Yeah. So you just copy and paste this guy, and this is going to be the dot. We'll say the dot, you get 1 point. And could we have text-to-speech come on and say some stuff? Sure. So let's go ahead and then you could just have her come on and just tell who you tapped. So you could say Pac-Man. All right, and then text-to-speech comes on, and you've got dot. Okay, and then you just copy and paste this, and you work your way down. So we got Blinky. And then you duplicate this one. And you got Pinky. How many points do you want to get for each one of these? Just one. And then over here, you're going to have Powerball. We'll do 100 points for a Powerball. Power 100. Okay, we can have some fun with this. You guys with me? Is this hard? Clyde. Clyde, you'll get 10 points for Clyde. Clyde. And then you just go down here, duplicate it again, put your blocks in a little bit of an order, and go to Inky. You got in here, you got Inky, and you can have 1 point for Inky. All right? And there you go. All right, so how do we register a miss then? What is a miss? There you go. Yeah, he's right. Did everybody hear what he said? Yeah, if you touch the canvas, but don't touch a sprite, right? If you just hit the canvas, then you miss. So we want to do that also. So let's go into canvas here, and you guys see where it's touched. touched any sprite. Let's do an if here. Let's see if we can do touched any sprite equals false. Get touched any sprite equals false. Then what happens? Okay, so now what we can do is create a variable. And I'm going to create a variable right here called miss counter. Miss counter. Okay. And I'm going to start that at 0. And then this is going to be your miss counter is equal to miss counter plus 1. By the way, did you guys know you can like go up here and get those out of there? Did you guys see that? You can get your getters and setters up there. Miss counter plus 1. Go to your math box. Okay, put in a plus 1. I don't know if I have a miss counter on my board. I don't. Okay, what is this? Lives? Let's put a color in for lives. There we go. You don't think we're going to do lives? Right. That's all right. We could. I'm the one. I'm kind of the old school where if I have something already there, I'm going to leave it, you know, and then maybe come back. I can like, if I don't want lives, I can just say, okay, it's invisible, right? Are you guys with me on that? You guys see what I did? Just make it invisible instead of deleting it. Just make it invisible. All right. I'm the school where I don't like to delete stuff because then if I ever do want it, I got to go make it again. Are you with me? I just don't like to do it. So I'm going to go in here and just make one real quick, and I'm going to make it miss, okay, MISS, :0, and let's give it a color. I'm going to go to maybe yellow. That looks cool. And let me name that guy. Rename him LBL miss. Okay. And blocks. And all right, so when I touch the game board canvas and any sprite is equal to false, then miss is equal to miss counter, and now I just go over here to my miss counter. And by the way, I can just grab this guy right here since I've already created this block. And I'm just going to go LBL miss, and this over here is going to be, okay, MISS : oops, hit the caps lock, MISS : space, and you want to put in your miss counter here. All right. And I can have good old text-to-speech come up. This will be funny. Watch this. I could have her say like miss. I could put like my counter in here and say 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss. Or let's do like strikes. We got baseball coming up. Strike. Okay, let's do a join in here. Are you guys getting used to the join command? I love joins. I do them all the time. So we could put in our miss counter here. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, strike 4. You with me? And she can just sit there and say how many strikes you have. Isn't that funny? In honor of a little baseball coming up. Anybody in here a big baseball fan? Anybody going to opening day? Did opening day already happen? When's opening day? You can tell I'm not a baseball fan. I think like watching baseball is like going out and watching grass grow. Yeah, it's like incredibly slow. I mean, speed the freaking game up. I think we ought to get rid of the pitchers and just have a batting machine and just put it on like a super high speed and let these guys just rock bullets out in the car. I mean, just boom, you know, just pitch a strike every time. Let these guys hit the ball. And then we got to have fielders out there that field it. You know, that's my philosophy. All right, let's go run this game, see if it works. Okay, by the way, 20 minutes almost evenly here to create this code. Is that a lot of time? You see how fast you guys can start doing stuff? You get more efficient at it. Copy and paste helps that too. Here we go. Let's run. Right. Yeah, you can do that. That's cool. It's a good idea, Josh. I think my sprites are moving a little bit too fast. It's like it's almost impossible to play the game. So I'm going to go over here to 250, and Josh says he recommended 500. All right, so I'm going to go to 500 and slow these guys down a bit. 750. Oh, let's try 750. All right, so go to Reset, go to AI Companion. Yeah, that's pretty good. 750 is pretty nice. I like 750.
Power 100. Strike 750. Strike 8. Strike 24. Strike 25. Strike 20. Strike 20. Strike 30. Slide. Power. Strike 4. Strike 5. Strike 61. Strike 68. Strike 108.
They didn't stop moving when the time stopped. Why not? What's that? All right, so where is my clock? Clock game time. So game over. Where's game over at? Oh, I know why. Because I never took the clock move sprites and turned it off. The sprites should be disabled. False. I don't know why they didn't. Oh, I know why. It's because, you know, I didn't. The clock is still. They're disabled. I don't think you can hit them. Yeah, you're not getting points anymore. They're disabled, but the clock is still moving them. So if I just turn the clock off, if I turn the move sprites clock off, it'll stop now. So that should solve that. Yeah. That's about it, really. You guys can do reset, the reset button. Have I done the reset button yet? So you're going to go click on reset. Okay, the reset button's been done somewhere. Yeah. So reset's going to call start reset game. So this reset button is just going to go through all this. You're going to enable all the sprites. You're going to turn you're going to turn these guys back on. I'll take all these. Okay. Turn all the clocks back on. And there you go. And that's basically how you code. So that's the start. What about play pause? Have we done play pause yet? Where? Oh yeah, miscounting. Let's go ahead and duplicate this guy and set the miscounter back to 0. There you go. Duplicate this guy, and let's go to LVL miss, and this will say miss, colon space, and this will be the miscounter. Boom, there you go. Nice catch, Josh. You just look through here, see if you're doing everything right. A lot of the stuff you won't need because it's not functioning the way that we were before. Have we done play pause yet? All right, so play pause. When you click play, all right, so I'm going to do a mod counter here. I'll show you how to do this. You're just going to create a little counter, and you're going to count every time you click the button. Okay? And we'll set our counter equal to 0. And then when you click it, you're going to increase your counter by 1. So go ahead and set the counter, do some math, counter plus 1. Go get your counter, count plus 1. And now you can do a mod on it. So have you guys done a mod before? The modulus finds the remainder. Okay, so I'll show you how to do this. It's kind of cool. So you do a modulus. So you're going to do an equal to. And then you're going to go back into math and get a modulo. Okay? Modulo. So the modulus of the count divided by 2, because you're just going to find out if it's odd or even. Okay? And it's either going to equal 0 or 1. Okay? And then do an else if. And duplicate this block. And go here and get a 1. And so this is going to be even. So if it's even, it's going to be playing. So if it's playing, so let's go get the clock, right? Move sprites is playing. Timer enabled is true. And then here it's going to be false. And then you want to go ahead and set your button, BTN play pause. You want to set the image of your button. I think I need to do this first. Set the image of the button to your images. All right, so let's go in here and find out our image. This guy is called play.png. And great, I got another one, PNG. I was brilliant. Very simple blocks of code. So now all you're going to do is go in here and get a text. And if it's playing, you want to display the pause button.png. Are you guys with me on that? And if it's paused, what should I display? The play button.png. Boom, there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and connect that, reset it, AI companion.
121.
All right, go ahead and scan that guy in. And there you go. So there you go. It's playing. And then you hit pause. Goes to the play button, but everything pauses, except Pac-Man. I could pause Pac-Man there if I wanted to. Play it. Everything starts bouncing around again. Pause it. And there you go. Oh, the game time didn't pause.
Strike 1.
All right, so you guys need to go down here to your clock move sprites. This should be clock, animate, clock, game time, and then do the same thing down here. Down here, you're just going to go clock, duplicate,
10 seconds to play.
clock, animate, Pac-Man, and clock, move, sprite, game time. Those are false. So okay, yeah, that should now move the clocks for you. All right, and you're done. So about 31 minutes, you got coding today. Keep calm, man. Code on.